Downrange Dale. Howdy y'all, my name's Dale, and welcome to the range. Now I like guns as much as the next guy, but nowadays there are so many people who are ignorant at best and downright careless at worst when it comes to firearms. So before we jump into season 1, I wanted to do a small prologue to go over common terms, misconceptions, and rules when it comes to handling firearms. And I know this is technically a virtual range, so not all of it applies here, but the more informed you are about guns, the safer you'll be when coming into contact with them. Let's start with some basic terms. This is the muzzle and barrel, which is where the projectile travels when fired. Behind that is the chamber, where the cartridge or shell sits stored in ready position. Behind that is the bolt, which strikes the cartridge's primer. The bolt is struck by the hammer, which is held in place by the trigger. Each pull of the trigger releases the hammer. If the weapon is semi-automatic or fully automatic, the gun will use a blowback or gas-operated system to automatically eject the empty casing out of the ejection port and reset the bolt and hammer, whereas a bolt, lever, or pump action weapon needs to do the operation manually. Anyways, the spent casing or shell is ejected from the weapon and a new one is brought into place, and the cycle repeats. Now for some common mistakes people make when it comes to firearms. For starters, clips are not mags. This is a clip and this is a mag. The terminology is not interchangeable. Clips are fed into magazines and magazines are fed into weapons. Think of it like a food chain. Clips eat bullets, magazines eat clips, and weapons eat magazines. Another common mistake is calling something like the AR-15 or other semi-automatic weapons as assault rifles. They are not. An assault rifle has the ability to fire full auto or in bursts. The AR-15 is a semi-auto rifle only. Finally, a weapon chambered for a specific caliber can only take that caliber. So you can't fire a 50 BMG out of an M1 Garand no matter how hard you try, it just won't fit. Finally, let's go over 4 rules of gun ownership, courtesy of Brandon Herrera. 1. Treat every weapon as if it's loaded. You may have ejected the magazine or think you fired every shot, but you never know when there could be a live round in the chamber. 2. Know your target and what's behind it. This is especially important if you're out with friends. You need to always be aware of your surroundings or else someone's gonna get hurt or worse. 3. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. I know you can't see it, but my finger is currently off the trigger. This mistake is made a lot. Too often have I seen people perform what's called a negligent discharge or a misfire. Mistakes like that can be costly. 4. Never point your gun at anything you aren't willing to destroy. It's important to keep your weapon pointed away from people at all times, like pointed it up or down. Flagging or pointing your weapon at someone is a one-way ticket to getting banned from the range. All of these rules are important, and violating one or any combination of them can have disastrous consequences. Yes, it can feel cool to wield a gun, but you gotta be just as careful as you would handling a chainsaw or a kitchen knife. Guns are cool, but in the wrong hands, a lot of innocent people will get hurt. Sorry about that. I hope this video helps you understand more about firearms. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe for Season 1 All-American Classics on